Hi, and welcome to the 2.0 conference here in Las Vegas. My name is Danny, your host, and we have our lovely guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself and your organization to everyone?
Sure. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
My name is Frank Sahlein. Companies are Third Level Consulting and also the International Association of Child Development Programs and Metaspheres Corp.
Oh, wow. Metaspheres Corp. What is that exactly?
Metaspheres Corp is a new metaverse for the entire child activity center industry, sports and arts and education, where you could have an avatar, it gamifies you. It's self-directed learners going through self-directed journeys.
It's a good slogan. So is that where is that based out of? Is that
It's in the metasphere. So we're based out of Canada,
Okay.
but our consulting firm is based out of the US, and our other firms are based out of Puerto Rico.
And then how do people find you guys? How do people
Third Level Consulting works with all sports and arts child activity centers.
Oh,
So
okay.
gymnastics, swimming, cheerleading, dance, all of that. We help people improve their business performance as well as their growth and expansion planning. And when they're ready to potentially sell or acquire, we do business valuations and we do buy and sell, mergers and acquisitions in that narrow space of childcare and education.
Very interesting. And so you're Chief Visionary Officer, Third Level Consulting. Just elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, the vision has to do with where is our industry going? Where is the sports and arts and education industry going? And how can we equip children with the tools that they need, mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, to cope with the speed of what's going on in the world today? It's very important to us to do that. And we do that by improving the business operations of these child activity centers so they can then deliver
And expand.
enhanced performance and expand correct. And based on that, then we started a not-for-profit, which is the International Association of Child Development Programs,
Okay.
to purposefully blend the child activity center owners, the educators, the suppliers, the associations, and the investors, so everybody gets a 360-degree look at the industry.
What is your goal for taking things to, I guess, the next stage and level with your...
The goal is to take all the things that we've learned in our for-profit company, Third Level Consulting, and the International Association, the not-for-profit, and to blend it into a metaverse where people can have that self-directed learning. That's the goal,
Okay.
and that's the impact that we want to leave, is that.
Wow. And how do you feel, I guess, taking things, like, I know things change so much with technology now. Where do you feel like where do you want to see things go, kind of thing?
I want to see everybody, at the risk of being repetitive, I want to see everybody have their own avatar in a gamified universe for sports and arts and suppliers and associations where you can enter in and decide where you want to go, interface with the AI. It learns what you want to do and directs you in the path that you might want to go.
Very interesting.
And all the resources.
Tailored to each student and
That's
their
correct.
growth path.
That's correct. More
Wow.
self-determining than here's the path. Like, here's many paths. Where would you like to go?
Wow, that's a whole nother arena now. I love that. How did you feel about receiving this award in excellence in education today at this conference?
Yeah, it was very nice, but it's on behalf of all of our teams. We have really good self-directed teams. We're pretty well organized that way. All the teams in all these different organizations and companies, we work as a team and it moves forward as a team. So when you have an award like that, you accept it on behalf of everyone.
Yes, I agree. Yes. And if somebody would want to follow in your footsteps of your organization and what you're doing for the community, what do you recommend where they start?
I think don't underestimate what you can do or what the power of a group can do. And if you can dream it, then you have to chart the steps to it. And you create these success pathways for not only yourself, but other people as well. So that's really what I would recommend is you may have a vision, but you can't execute it without a team. And those teams need to have clear steps to move forward. And the
Plan
progress.
of action.
Yeah, the plan of action, it needs to be determined by the team and executed by the team. If they're bought in for their own reasons, then you got it.
Yes. And you have to have a good team. You have to have a good team. And so networking wise, What do you think about the conference so far?
Conference has been great. So networking, and also the conference in Dubai.
Yes. Oh, you went?
I did. I was there in last December with my wife. And but meeting people you would not normally meet, because in our normal sphere, in our normal sports and arts world, you meet people at the normal conferences. Yes. But this one, out of the box for us, it's great. And you get a chance when you're speaking as well to see if your ideas that you have in your narrow vertical are valid in other verticals as well. And these are professional educators as well, which is great.
Yes, because you're meeting so many international educators.
Exactly.
Wow, and kind of like cross-referencing what you're doing. So, what is it? How do you, combining the objectives and efforts of your various organizations, impact each one?
Well, it's kind of a triangle now. So at the triangle,
the
part of the triangle here,
the metaverse.
Yeah, our for-profit company, Third Level Consulting, which helps people improve their operations and all that, is one thing. And the other part of the triangle and the other part of the base is that IACDP, the International Association of the Not-for-Profit. Those two work together, and they work together to create this new metaverse and this new meta spaces that we'll be having, that people will be able to be self-directed learners on self-directed journeys. So that's how this triangle works together in my head anyway, and that's the way we're presenting it. And a lot of people are involved with one or the other or two or all three.
You sound like you're an engineering background.
My wife is an industrial engineer and she's awesome, but yes.
Yes. And what is the secret of directing multiple organizations like you're doing?
Yeah, it is really getting self-motivated, self-driven people. So when in our companies,
autonomous.
Yes, in our companies, for the most part, we've had collaborations of people that already have their own companies. So when they volunteer to put things, or either for pay in a for-profit or volunteer in a not-for-profit, when they enlist in something, they're already entrepreneurial. They're already driven. They're already A players. They're already self-starters. When you put those people together that are not necessarily, everybody's ego-driven to a certain place, but not super ego-driven. They don't have to be the star. When you get those kind of peoples in a matrix, you have a lot of referrals back and forth. That's the right soup, and the right recipe for that particular soup.
That is the right soup. Yes, yes. Oh, wonderful. And how can people get in touch with you and find you? LinkedIn, website?
Yeah, the easiest place is probably either 3RD, thirdlevelconsulting.com, or iacdp.org, or metaspherescorp.com.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. It's a pleasure.
Well, thank you. Have a great conference.
Thanks to Education 2.0.
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect.